everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup and welcome to another Fab Finds Friday. So today's Fab Find is Hard Candy's Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation. This is a 16-hour wear foundation that is oil-free. It is 0.67 ounces and I paid $6 for it at Walmart. Full disclosure, I used to use this product many years ago when it was in different packaging, and I remember really loving it. What I don't remember is why I ever stopped using it. I saw someone talking about this, I don't even know where, maybe in another YouTube video or on Instagram or Instagram stories, and I noticed that it was in different packaging than when I owned it. So I thought, you know what, I really want to give that another try. I remember liking it. Let's see how it goes. You can't beat the price, $6. So I was shopping at Walmart. I decided to pick it up and I fell in love with it. As many of you know, I'm a full coverage girl. I really like a beautiful full coverage makeup. But in the past year or so, I've been moving away from my full coverage foundations and trying to do more sheer to medium, just lighten up my whole look. But there are times where I want that flawless full coverage. But I don't want a mask. Nobody wants a mask. Nobody wants anything heavy or cakey. I certainly don't want anything that's going to clog my pores, break me out, emphasize dry patches, because I do have mature skin. So I also have some fine lines around my eyes. These lights tend to wash things out, but I do have some fine lines around my eyes. No, I do not have a filter on any of my videos, but yeah, it's hard to see under these lights sometimes someone's true skin texture, but that's why I did the check-ins on my iPhone. So I want to jump right into the application demo and the check-ins, and then you'll hear more about why I love this foundation at the end. All right, let's do this demo. This is the 4th day that I am using the Glamouflage foundation. And in previous days, I have used a damp beauty blender. I've used a brush. And I've determined that my favorite way to apply this foundation, both of those methods work just fine. I love to use my Stands Out sponge. I've spoken about this sponge in other videos. It's like using a piece of memory foam to apply your makeup. You can use it wet or dry. I use it wet the first time. When I get a new one, I wet it like they recommend. And then I use it dry. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and use it dry. Yes, it's dirty from yesterday. I don't wash it every single time I use it, even though I probably should. I probably wash it every other time. And I just use my beauty blender cleanser. You can use whatever you use to clean your sponges with, and it comes clean. I do sort of rotate my application methods depending on the foundation. So for this one, I really like the sponge, and of course I'll link it. This video is not sponsored by the Stands Out sponge. I just really like it. So I'm using the shade Honey 1511. I picked this particular shade up because it was in the warm range. They had them broken down into warm, neutral, and cool. And the neutral, that's usually what I'll choose, is the neutral, but it seemed like it still veered a little bit to the pink, and I like a little bit more warmth, especially when I've been using a self-tanner. And this is probably day 3 since I used a self-tanner. So I'm a little bit darker than I normally am. I don't know if you can tell, but my face is a little bit lighter. The foundation is probably gonna look off for my skin, but it matches the rest of my body. So this comes in a bottle, a glass bottle, that has this sponge tip applicator, and it's sort of curved. My packaging preference when it comes to liquid foundations is usually a pump. I have not tried to see if any of the other pumps that I own would fit into here. I should probably do that, and I'll let you guys know. But you know, a lot of companies now are doing this big sponge tip doe foot applicator, and it's fine. I have not put any primer on my skin. I have been using it. A couple days I used it with the, I'm going to talk and do this at the same time. A couple of times I used it with the Hourglass Veil Primer, and it worked really, really well. As you can see, this shade Honey is really, really yellow. So if you do have a lot of yellow undertones in your skin, this would be a great shade for you. And I like it, as I said, because it matches my self-tan shade. So you saw what I did there. I just kind of swiped a little bit on, and I'm patting it in with my Stands Out sponge, and it is giving me just beautiful coverage that's not emphasizing my pores. It's not clinging to anything. It is just looking really, really nice. And it's not so full that it looks like you're wearing a mask or feels like you're wearing a mask. I have marks from old breakouts in this area, so I even feel like I need to put a little bit more right through here. And it covers so nicely. So this is half my face done. So foundation, no foundation. Let's do the other side. So I'm going back in. I just do one dip, and it gets enough on the applicator that I don't have to go back in. And I swipe more in this area because this is where I have more to cover. And then a little bit on the forehead. And then once again, I'm just patting this in, taking it down my neck. I do set this with a little powder. Lately, I've been using the Huda Beauty baking powder. I have a couple that I rotate, but if you're looking for an affordable loose powder, I haven't tried this myself, but viewers are always telling me to try the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. Everyone says it's so great. What other loose powder have I been using that's affordable? Or setting powder? I'm trying to think. If I can think of anything, I will put it in the description. But I definitely think that, from what I hear, the Fit Me from Maybelline is a good one to try. And CoverGirl, if you want a cruelty-free option, CoverGirl is now cruelty-free. And if I remember correctly, their loose professional powder was really good as well. All right, this is it. It goes on pretty quickly. It blends in beautifully with this sponge. And now I'm gonna go upstairs and do the rest of my makeup, go about my day, do a couple check-ins for you, and then come back and give you my final thoughts. So this was about 4 hours after I applied the product, and I think it looks great. It pretty much looks freshly applied. I'm shiny, but not too shiny. As you saw in the demo, I did use a little bit of powder. I had not touched up here. This is natural light. I'm in front of a big window, and I was just really, really impressed. So this was at the end of the day, probably around 10 or 11 p.m. I'd had the foundation on for more than 12 hours. And while I'm shiny and it doesn't look as perfect as it did 4 hours in, it still looks really, really good. Swiping some smudges from underneath my eyes. But yeah, it held up so well, and I think it's just great. All right, I think I pretty much summed it up there, but I will go through some key points. It is definitely long wearing. It does not oxidize. It kept me from being excessively shiny in this Las Vegas heat. I think if you have drier skin, I have very oily skin, so that long wear and being oil-free is very, very important to me. If you have drier skin, I would say that you could wear this, but I would pay close attention to your skin prep. Make sure you're using a really good moisturizer underneath, something that's very emollient, maybe a hydrating primer. What it doesn't contain is any really beneficial skincare ingredients like some foundations do. It does have vitamin E. It does not have a sunscreen. It does not have a fragrance. It does smell a little bit chemically. I'm not sure if chemically is a word. Actually, I don't think it is, but I think you understand what I mean. It's not a strong, off-putting scent at all. It doesn't linger or anything like that. And to me, it's better than opening up a bottle of foundation and having it smell like perfume. I do not like that. So I'm not bothered by the smell of this whatsoever. I definitely think it's worth checking out, as I think I've said several times now. And I think that's it. I think if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to leave them for me in the comments. I would be happy to answer. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel as well. If you're not already, it would be great if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And you will be part of the Risa Does Makeup family. Thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.